Hello, everyone. I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of technicals in fundamentally strong stocks. Okay, so this is a little case study that I'm doing on Vakrangee between 2016 and 18 because the disclaimer is that I held the position myself, and the current disclaimer is that it's definitely not a buy or sell recommendation, and the stock is not doing so well. But the idea is that between 16 and 18, we are studying what actually happened in the company, why it was so fundamentally strong then, and then how the story went south. Okay, let's get into it and let's look at the chart. So as we see here, I've gone back all the way to 2017. Just to tell you like how these stocks which are fundamentally strong have the potential to grow. Now it's a little different thing that there were fraud allegations and then the company didn't respond and there were a lot of compliance issues and that dragged them down terribly. As you can see right here at this point, you can see how the market has tanked this stock and people have exited their position. So I'm just trying to give a sense of what action should be taken when and how you can optimize your position and as well exit when such bad news appears. Like, this is very, very important. So if you start all the way back here, like 160, 170, now we just quickly hop over to screener. This will be the December 16, March 17 results. So let's say the March 17 financial year. So if you come right here, you see in screener from March 16 to March 17, how the results are consistently growing. You see the sales 15, 16, 17, and then 18. This is where the problem happened in Jan. They came under investigation for possible manipulation and malpractices. And this is where the stock tanked. Okay, so you sort of understand from this that from 14 to 18 is probably like the ideal point of holding this stock. Now let's just go to technicals and just see how it happens. So if we come here around 2016, I was looking at 16, 17, this range, you just see how every month or every quarter, if you keep adding to this position, how the position becomes a big winning position. So from here, let's say you bought it around, I'll just draw the trend lines here, like somewhere around here. Then you buy a little more around here. So I maybe have another one somewhere here. So now you see we've got 1, 2, and 3 positions. So let's say you had all this. Somewhere around here, your position would have probably been in more than 100% profit. Okay, so this practical example, why I'm telling you is because I was personally there and I had quite a sizable position, like around 25% of my portfolio. I was confident even though the price was going high because the sales in the company was growing. So it was easy to like hold on to this position. Okay, and it wasn't a problem and it was quite profitable. And you see this big spike, and this was the time where there was a lot more confidence being built that, okay, this is the right decision that I've taken. Now, why are technicals extremely important in these fundamentally strong stocks? Because at the end of Jan, like you see, this is the weekly chart. So Jan 22nd, 2018. So around this time is where a news broke. Okay. So this is very important because in Jan 2018, news broke that there is some investigation going on into a trade made into the stock of PC Jewelers. So something was going on, something fishy, something wrong. And the management didn't respond immediately with a certain clarity. Like, they said that, okay, we're looking into it, like, there's something being done. So that gave me the signal that maybe it's not, a trustworthy management, and I've got quite a lot of profit. It's time to take the chips off the table. So what I decided at that point, I'm going to exit half my position. So on that very day, it was down some 7-8%. I exited half my position. Okay. Now, why did I not exit the whole position? Because I wanted to just see if there's some clarification coming. Maybe they say that no, this is all hogwash and we're actually in your best interest. There's actually some benefit. But we just see right here that that's not true, because it fell the next day 20% lower circuit, and somewhere on that day is when I sold the rest of the holding, because I'm like, I am not interested now to wait. I mean, I've made a profit in three figures, more than 100% profit. I would like to take all that profit and deploy it in a company which can be trusted, which is reasonably trustworthy and has less corporate governance issues. But the exit was made on a technical set. Now, if we just go to the fundamentals, you can see from sales in March ending 2018, what has happened to the sales in March 2019? They've gone down tremendously. And just look at 2020 and 2021. This company is having a lot of trouble doing business. So this is not the kind of company you want to be in at this point. The time to be in this company was this, the highlighted years that I've highlighted, somewhere between 15 to 18. That's why the fundamentals are important, because they help you get into these strong scripts. But the technicals are also very important, because the entry and exit is very dependent on them. You need to know when to enter, when to exit. Now, in such a stock, the market cap was 50,000 crores. Things, you don't expect these things to go wrong. But then you have these cases. You have Vakrangee, you have DHFL, you have Yes Bank. Now let's take another example, like, where here things have gone wrong and the company has completely gone down. So why technicals are also important and why you have to mix them with fundamentals is, let's go to BCG now. So let's go to the BCG daily chart, which is important also to know, because I'm just drawing a parallel as to what happened in the past, because this is also like a very good stock which has given great returns, and I've done previous YouTube videos on it. Why am I going here is because around this time, 25th, 28th of Feb, I believe, there was an announcement that there's a forensic audit going on in the company. Okay. But immediately on that day, within a few hours, management released a notice. Like, Mr. Reddy sent out a release saying that we are cooperating. We were negotiating the forensic audit, but now that it's mandatory, we are complying. We are getting it done. It has happened in the past to the few companies. So it's not that, yes, it is a flag for sure, but it's not something that's like, the graveyard that the company is going to go under. Then again, we see how market has triggered panic. So you will see these lower circuits happening, but that faith has come again, because from here, when this reversal happened, Shankar Sharma paid up for the rest of his warrants. 45 crores were paid up for those warrants. And that's why you see since then it's been hitting upper circuits. So there's a little difference in the interpretation. Here, the management was quick to respond. They said we're complying. Still, the market took the stock down, 5-6 lower circuits. But it's something which is part of the game. And when you're dealing in such a volatile script, you limit your exposure and you know that this is going to happen. But as a strong stock happens to progress, it went back up. Like you saw the rally happening again. And now there's bonus shares being issued and there's a lot of positives in the company. So maybe there are some issues, but a lot of positives. But in Vakrangee, you had to have that technical exit, right? If you didn't, it would be wealth eroded. So what I want to tell you guys and hope you take away from this video is that it is important to combine the technicals and fundamentals, invest in strong quality companies. And why I say this is because you can invest really large amounts. The amounts don't matter. They can be small or large, and they will give you tremendous amount of profits. So if you combine the technicals and fundamentals is when you'll reach a state where you'll be able to take these cognizant decisions. Like you'll know that a Vakrangee you were supposed to exit, a DHFL you were supposed to exit, a Yes Bank you were supposed to exit, but a BCG, you just manage your risk and manage the position size. You know that it's going to go back up, and it actually ended up happening. So this understanding you have, this clarity you have, this immersion of technicals into fundamentals you have, you will be able to do great for yourself. And I'm sure you can definitely do great things with it. Also, I put a lot of effort into these videos, guys. So if you could subscribe, like, and share, I'd really be happy. And do leave your feedback in the comments. I look forward to reading them, learning them, and improving my content. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video.